Finally! We're back! Finally! In Zolzab 2. We'll get back to ZL3 on September 18th. That's besides the point. Yes, hi, welcome back to ZL2 after 6 weeks, everybody! Woo! Finally! Now, let's hope we never take a break that long again. Or, more importantly, let's hope we do not take another break again. At least let's hope, because you never know what can happen. Let's get to the point. Welcome to the final days of summer Camp Zolzab 2 Fusion Fiesta. The name by CoolCat33. If you're watching, thank you for the name. If I haven't already said that already in like a past video. Yeah, he was the one who came up with this name. And I freaking love it. Because it sounds so perfect with this event. And with that being said, oh boy, this event potentially, let's just say, took over a month to make. Obviously, as you know, for the majority of August, I was in New York, which meant I had to take a good like 4 weeks off of this event. Well, technically 3.5. Point remains. Let's just say this right here has been here since August 11th. This design right here that you are seeing right here with all these tents. Okay, the banners I just created like right before filming the video. Besides that, all of these tents and this campfire design have all been here since August 11th when this event was originally meant to take place standalone as the surprise party for Camp Zolzab 2 standalone. However, it didn't actually fully go out. So, when I got back, I decided to merge the two events together, which is what you get in this video. Because the final days of Summer Party for 2022 was originally meant to release on September 1st, but granted I was still in New York at the time. So obviously that didn't release. So now it's here. Over 2 weeks late, and Camp Zolzab 2 over 6 weeks late. Actually, correction, 5 weeks late because it started on the 11th. I'm thinking of August 4th here. Okay, let's get to the actual point because eventually over time, yeah, I'm assuming I'm gonna get disconnected at some point. Actually, Rose Crystal has no clue that I'm filming right now. So, yeah, anyway, let's get to the point. Oh, yeah, these are here. Camp banners look rather nice. I'll show you how to get those later. This is also the final party to include this summer coaster and all the other summer stuff. Because after this party, it all goes away, all these summer palm trees and stuff. Which also, you may notice, are actually updated for this party. And yes, it's serious. You may notice there are a few minor updates. Well, actually, there's only one difference. This. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. And that's what's all over the event. Now, let's get to the point. So, where do we want to start? First off, let's start off with the event that was originally meant to take place on August 11th. Camp Zolzab 2. Now, I want to let you know, going into this, that here's the deal. A good majority of this party is the final days of summer party. Now, granted, Camp Zolzab 2, my intention and my vision for this event was it to only be located on the outside. I mean, it's a camp event. Could you blame me for not only having it in outside rooms? Because that's exactly what I did here. The final days of summer party rooms are only located on inside rooms, to make this a little more fair, with a good majority of these rooms being that event alone. But I made sure to include as many camp rooms as possible to make up for the fact that it never happened. And, like, you guys are gonna love this. I assure you. It took over a month to make. And, like, this design, before I left for New York on August 13th, this was the only thing I was able to get to, alongside, like, right here, the front of the lab. Besides that, I had to come back literally 4 weeks later to do all the rest of this. Which is basically all the inside rooms. So yeah, that's actually serious. Like, that's actually what I actually had to do. I came back on September 7th to the lab here to finish up what I started over a month prior. Well, 4 weeks prior at the time. Next up, let's get this out of the way by saying the next party is the Celebration of Fall 2022. I confirmed you back in, what was it? I think December 28th, if I remember correctly. I think I did say that this event would still come out in September. The thing is, my original intention was September 15th. But, because this event came out late, it comes out a week later. But actually, perfect timing, because that's actually when fall begins in real life. How clever is that? It'll go until October 6th, and then we'll wait 2 weeks after that for the Halloween party on October 20th. And then that'll go to November 3rd, and then so on. So that's a little schedule update. But yeah, so this started actually on the 15th. Technically, progress for this event started on August 11th. And then again, I left for 3.5 weeks. And then I came back on September 7th to do the rest that I just addressed. So technically, yeah, this event has been in progress for like over a month, as I just addressed. Hopefully that's the last time I bring that up. And also, this sign will be gone when that begins. It still says the exact same thing as last time. Now, we got a good variety of items in this party. So yeah, I also apologize for taking so long on explaining this, but granted though, this event did take forever to make. So, there was kind of an excuse for me to talk about it. Camp Tools up 2. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items total. Nice. Now, for the campfire, there are a variety of campfires spread around the event. There's that one, which is the main campfire. We also have a campfire down there as well, near my house. We also have a campfire right here, and I think, dang, I really should have put a campfire back there. But go to any of the campfires scattered around the event to collect the item. It doesn't matter which campfire you go to, you'll just get the item anyway. Of course, just click on one of the free campfires scattered around the event, like that for example, to collect the campfire item. Next up, let's also continue the Camp Souls Up 2 part of this, which is the main event here. So, you're probably wondering, how do we get all these shulker boxes? And fun fact, you actually cannot get the banner until you collect all the shulker boxes. But, you have to collect the shulker boxes in this specific order that you see here. So we have the light blue shulker box, the yellow shulker box, the green shulker box, the pink shulker box, the blue shulker box, and the orange shulker box. You have to go to the respective tents to find these respective shulker boxes to claim the banner as a reward for collecting all the shulker boxes inside each tent. That's another little fun challenge. And then this, I'll get to later. Let's again keep focusing on Camp Solazop 2. Because again, that is the main event here. We can start off by collecting the light blue shulker box, and I think we actually have enough for all 6. Actually, wait a minute, is that 6? Yeah, okay, just making sure that I was counting that correctly. Next up, if we go into the yellow tent, we can collect the yellow shulker box, and I hope you guys also love these tents. Going in here, we can collect the green shulker box. The next tent we have to go to is the pink one to collect the pink shulker box. Oh, also, the reason this is here is because the roller coaster. Next up, you're going to want to actually go a little far away from the lab itself. In that case, you have to make your way over to my house. In that case, I make my way over to my own house. Because, as you can see, the path is updated. By going in here, you can collect the blue shulker box. And we will be back here later to showcase the inside. Lastly but not least, you want to go to the backyard to collect the orange shulker box. Now I'm going to make my way back there without going inside because that is a final stage of summer room. going into this tent, you can collect the orange shulker box, and by making our way back to the outside of the lab, the front of it to be exact, having collected all 6 shulker boxes, you can officially claim the Camp 2022 banner. Putting that on, it looks like this, and we can also reclaim that item. You're technically not meant to do that, you're still meant to go to the respective tent, but I only did it just because we already collected it. And, well, I guess I can place down the banner right here. No, sorry. There we go. That is the respective banner. That's just an example. Now that we got the items out of the way, now let's actually go explore these rooms properly. I wanted to get the items out of the way first, so we can just explore all these rooms after, without me having to explore the rooms first, and then do the items. That way, we can immediately transition into the next part of this event, the final days of summer. And technically, it is day 3 out of 7 of the final week of summer, where I am in real life. So, first off, again, as you can see, this design has actually been here since August 11th, as I addressed earlier. Going in here, we have this blue tent. Fun fact, I think the first tent that I made, I think was the yellow one. But I wanted to go in random order. It doesn't matter what order I go in, I just want to go in random order. So again, here is the tent. This is the gray stained glass pane. And we can just re-click the campfire like that. And that actually goes for all of these tents right here, that window. And as you can see, it looks really, really cool. With that being said, let's move on to the yellow tent. Going into the yellow tent, it's basically the exact same thing, just yellow, as you could clearly tell here. We already collected the shulker box. If you're curious, there is nothing in the shulker box. But I could put something in there, probably before the event ends in 5 days. But I highly doubt it. I highly doubt I'm going to be coming back to the lab until the 22nd anyway. So this will probably be pointless if I fill these up. Because I'm probably not coming back to the lab until Thursday, September 22nd, when I have to clean all this up. So yeah, let's move on to the green tent. As you can see, this is exactly how it looks. It looks pretty sweet. Moving on, we have the pink tent, which this would definitely be Rose Crystal's tent if she was here. With mine being the one at my own house. Back to the point. Again, as you can see, it's basically the same thing, just pink. With maybe at least 2 differences because of the roller coaster right there. Oh yeah, this is here for no reason, but also, I guess it looks cool anyway. Also, when I was using the grass path, this beacon came beaming up. So, you know what? I took advantage, and you know what? I decided, why not just keep it here? At least for this event, of course. Obviously, you know, bury it back up when it's over, of course. This event. What other room do we have to purposely explore that is not the summer rooms? Well, to avoid me going into the summer rooms until the time is right here, we can head up to the roof automatically. As you can see, we have another campfire right here. We also have all the camp banners. And that's really cool. We'll get to these games later after we explore all the rooms, because they are really cool. With that being said, and yes, you do use the crossbow for these targets up here, as you can see. The fire right here is a little bit of an obstacle to make it a little more difficult to hit the targets. That could also explain why it's there. Because of course we don't want it to be all easy here. No, we want some sort of challenge at some point. It's nice to have a challenge. Anyway. Oh wait, we can't go there yet because we're not done with the camp rooms. My bad. We actually have to go all the way to the backyard itself. And I think this is the second to last camp room. Because I think the last camp room, I think, is my house. Okay, not the inside, but the outside. Remember how I said all camp rooms are only in the outside areas of the lab. And no, the beacon, the balcony is not one of them because the roller coaster is still there. Anyway, here is the backyard. As you can see, it's pretty decorated, and we'll get to this game right after I explore the outside of my house, because we got 3 games to tackle here. With one of them, we already just did to collect all the items. That was one of them. Actually, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I only put 2 games here. I guess the 3rd one is the one that we just did earlier, which is, of course, you know, the one where we collected all the items to get the banner. So that's pretty sweet. So what are your thoughts on the backyard? As you can see, looks pretty awesome. And yes, this is not a joke. Hit all 11 bills in 10 seconds to win this tent. And that is the tent we were just in to collect the orange shulker box. But yep, comment down below, tell me what you think. And with that being said, let's go to the final camp room, which is my house, at least on the outside. Woo! Again, as you can see, the path is updated, and that's really cool. Actually, I feel like placing some camp banners, because it actually looks really nice. You know what? I'll leave it. It actually looks pretty sweet. Actually. Oh, no wait, we're gonna need that later. There. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's again continue. Again, this is the outside of my house, which normally is never decorated for these events, but because this is the Camp Zolas Up 2 event, it was decorated. The inside of my house, though, is different and is not a part of it. Fun fact, every room I just showed you in Camp Zolas Up 2, fun fact, if the event was standalone, all these rooms that I just showed you regarding this event were literally going to be all the rooms I would have decorated in this event to begin with regarding Camp Zolas Up 2. All the inside rooms would have had nothing. So, if this was showcased standalone, the video would be pretty short, and the event would be pretty small. So maybe it is good that it's now combined it in with something else. I actually think it does look pretty sweet that way. Anyway, that is it for Camp Zolas Up 2, at least in terms of the rooms and items. The last thing we need to do is do the 2 games that I just mentioned. Starting with the target game on the roof. Since we already have a crossbow, we can automatically shoot these targets. Technically, you don't get any item for doing it. Technically, I guess that makes sense because you can already get the campfire item up here anyway. So, yep, we can literally just do this now. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually quite satisfying. Okay, that's enough. And also, that's gonna get kind of boring after a while. But it's actually quite satisfying when you think about it. Anyway, let's move on to the final game in Camp Zolas Up 2, which is the bell game. By winning the bell game, you earn this 10, which you can actually keep after the event is over. Which is serious. Actually, you know what? Maybe any tent that is in this event you can keep after if you want. But mainly, like, if you win the bell game, you win this specific tent to be exact. So anyway, let's test it. We already again have a crossbow, so we can already get started with this pretty quickly. Let's get started. So actually, we're gonna do it as soon as it turns 40. There we go. Oh! Oh! Yeah! Yeah, let's go! Let's go! We got all of them! 10 seconds! Dang! Did we get every single one of them? Yeah, we sure did! I think every single one, except for I think these two right here. Oh! Looks like we gotta go again! Never mind, looks like I looked that over wrong. Okay, there we go! There we go! Now we got the last two. Nice! Okay, we got all of them. So now we win this tent, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a nice little game that you can play for Camp Solos Up 2. And fun fact, speaking of Camp Solos Up 2, that is it for that event alone. And again, if this event was standalone, this would be exactly what would have been in the event anyway if it was standalone. Now that that is over with, let's move on to the final days of Summer Party, which was meant to release on September 1st and end the 8th. Alright, all items from Camp Solos Up 2 are officially in my inventory. Technically, it looks like I forgot about the camp banner. Let's take that off before we make our way into the summer rooms. And oh boy, this is where the fun begins. Ta-da! Take a look. We are now officially in the final days of Summer Party, which is the second event in this, because this event is a combination of these two. So the second and last event to tour, which is probably going to be the longest one because this one is even bigger. So as you can see, we got a ton of summer banners, and yes, obviously, this is a free item. And let's take a look at the list, considering this is what we're going to need throughout this part. So we have sand, the stripped birch wood, the flowering azale leaves. Azale leaves. My bad. Summer 2022 banner, water bucket, orch froglet, verdant froglet, and pearl scent froglet. I know some of these are repeat items, but it definitely still feels like the summer spirit by adding them in. I know like a good majority of these, if not all of these, are repeat items besides this. Anyway, let's continue. So, as I just addressed, this is the lab office. And as you can see, it looks really decorated for this party. And it just looks amazing. With that being said, what are your guys' thoughts? Also, we can already collect our first item. Now, granted, you can collect these items in any order. Unlike, this, where you had to collect it in a specific order. This one, though, I just put all these in random spots. You can actually just collect these in any order. Anyway, so now we have the orch froglet. So yeah, this is what the lab office again looks like. Hopefully that's the last time I mention it. And as you can see, again, looks pretty decorated. A lot of this was done on the 7th of September. So, yeah, that can explain why. Seriously though, look how freaking amazing it is. Also, I just love how detailed the banner is. And it just looks amazing. Again, we will find that banner later on. Let's move on to the flower shop, which, as you can see, Flower Sheep is nowhere to be found. But I assure you, she is somewhere downstairs. Because I decided to give her a break alongside Mr. Sheep, which, god dang it, I never respond. But yeah, if you were curious where Flower Sheep was, yeah, she's downstairs in the lab having fun. I decided to give her a break for the rest of the summer. Oh yeah, this is where Water Slide Free comes into play. Throughout the summer, 2 water slides were implemented this summer, aka the Fair 2022 Week 2. They are still here until this event is over. but I made a third one just because why not? And you know what? For the sake of it, we are actually just gonna go down. Woo! And that also can explain why you saw this earlier, if you were curious. Going back up, as you can again see, let's actually tour this properly. And as you can see, this is how it looks. It looks pretty sweet. So, what are your thoughts? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Took a bit of time to make this room. I can't even exactly tell you how long, but it definitely took a little bit of time. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this room? Comment down below and tell me what you think of just all these rooms you've been seeing throughout this video. Because oh boy, it has been truly a blast. Now that we have that room done, like you saw earlier, the roof and backyard are camp rooms from Camp Zolzap 2. Which means we can automatically jump down here, and as you can see, it is flooded, which is a reference to not having an underwater expedition this year, which honestly was actually probably for the better. If so, that would have been in November if that was the case, but honestly we decided to cancel it mainly because we were having it basically every year and almost no differences occurred. Also, we've been doing it way too many times. I think we'll get pretty free at that statement. Am I right? Anyway, let's get back to the point. So, yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Fun fact, this was the last room I made prior to recording. Anyway, let's officially jump into the downstairs, since basically all of this is this party. You know what? Since we are literally right in front of the meeting room, let's just go in there, since we are literally right in front of it. Anyway, this is a throwback to 2017, but not really. Technically, the only throwback is Sword Fight Summer Edition, but obviously the room is completely different. Obviously, it has been 5 years since that room originally debuted, and fun fact for those who are curious what the original looked like, take a look. So yep, that's what the original looked like 5 years ago. How cool is that? Anyway, now this time around, we have a green and yellow team. As follows. Basically, you do not want to fall down into the water, because of course if you do, you obviously land down here, in whatever this place is. It's basically a junkyard at this point. Yeah, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. Junkyard. Yeah, it's basically a junkyard down there at this point. And it's kind of similar because that's actually what we discovered back in Operation Dome back in June. Dear God, how has it already been over 3 months? Actually, it's been technically 3 months since Operation Zolzap ended. Dang. Dang, how has it been 3 months? Dang, that went fast. Like, wow. Anyway, back in here again. So again, that is what this room looks like. We have 0 points at the moment. Who knows, maybe you might see another video with this party. Maybe they go to Season 8. I don't know. We're going to find out eventually. Who knows, we may turn this into a competition. That would be freaking sweet. Actually, that's one of my primary goals here. Assuming we even get an episode out when this party is still here. Because we have like 5 days until this goes down. And this is exactly where I told you where Flower Sheep was. I wasn't lying to you about that. Yep, see? Flower Sheep down here, enjoying herself down here in the downstairs of the lab. Alright, moving on, we have this, which is the sheep rooms. Not technically anymore because all this water's here. But our next item, the Verdant Frog Light, can be found here. So with that being said, what are your thoughts on this room? As you can see, it is a gigantic pool, which you can see right here. So you can see that this is a pool. I also made a little bit of a reference to the underwater expedition. Again, because we didn't get one this year around. So there are some underwater expedition references because we didn't get one this time around. Also, I forgot to mention, every pipe is flooded. Like every single one of them. Yep, every single pipe is flooded, but we have no reason to go to the special labs right now. I just wanted to prove to you that every single pipe here is flooded. And yeah, so with that being said, as you can see, I also changed this to make it look more like a sunset to kind of say farewell to summer 2022. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys love this room. Comment down below what you guys think. And with that being said, let's move on to the next room. You also can stand on these chairs if you want to be on top of the pool for no reason. Those are basically lounge chair floats at this point. Oh yeah, I also gave a little bit of detail. You may notice there's actually sand underwater. Little reference, right? Actually, that has nothing to be referenced about. Let's go to the actual, hallway itself, which is actually, I think, the second to last area I actually decorated before starting the video, with this one being the last one that I addressed earlier. And yes, there's Goldie, which normally in ZL3 is always on the balcony. Yeah, we got a good majority of the sheep down here. We got Sparkles down here. That's pretty sweet. I made this like an oasis, basically, as you could clearly tell. I mean, I'm probably not wrong. Also, this is another pool. Also, remember this little entrance, the little tunnel? Yeah, I think you can see where this is going. This is flooded too. As you can see, this is clearly flooded as well, like the tunnel from April 12, 2018. Dang, how am I still able to remember when that came out? Dang. I really must be good at remembering this stuff. Alright, so again, that is a pool right there, as I just addressed here in the lab hallway. So with that being said, what are your guys' thoughts? I also did the bubble coral block. I also did the fire coral block in the meeting room, as you can tell. Actually, wait a minute, am I right with that name? Let me check. Yeah, good. I'm actually right. Thank God. I just need to know if I'm actually right with this, because it's been a while since I've used these blocks. It actually has been a while since I've used these blocks. Also, main reason why these little bumps are here are mainly because there's actually a pipe under here. The blue one, to be exact. Let me actually show you I'm not joking. Also, a throwback to 2017 is that they're all flooded, but this time a little bit differently. And that can also explain this. Like I said, all pipes are flooded, but no reason to go to the special lab. You can tell they're flooded a bit differently, with the main pipes themselves being removed on top, as you can tell. The part where they stick out of the floor. You guys know that. Anyway, point is, yeah, you can even access the little tunnel to get to the underwater tunnel. Anyway. So what are your guys' thoughts on this little oasis room? It actually looks pretty sweet. And I'm actually serious, it actually does look really, really cool. I think the next room we're going to go to is the underground party room. Since we're literally like right next to it anyway, it would like make sense to get that out of the way as well. There was meant to be a September catalog. I didn't have enough time to update that, but maybe the next update on September 22nd. I know that would be a really, really late in the month, but you know what? Who cares? In October, on October 6th, we'll have it back to the proper time. Yeah, the October catalog will come out on the proper day it's meant to, which is October 6th, which is the same day Celebration of Fall ends. Back to the point. So yeah, I just want to know your thoughts on this room as well. Comment down below, because it actually looks really cool. Let's go to the underground party room next, seeing as we're literally right next to it. And yes, guess we're just going to pass by Flower Seed. Hi, Flower Seed. It's actually really weird to see her outside of her shop. It really is. Let's go down here, and oh my god, this is so good. Ta-da! Yeah, you really thought it couldn't have gotten any better than this, or you were probably expecting something not as good as this? I don't know. Comment down below. But honestly, look at this. Also, that can explain why you saw the beacons earlier with these two colors if you saw earlier when we were outside. Now it's all coming together. So as you can see, the dance floor does look like this, which is really, really cool. And we truly have a good tropical theme going here as well. Classic underground party room. I did not have enough time to decorate. I did not have enough time to decorate that room. I am also talking way too freaking fast. Maybe that can explain why too. I need to stop. And that's actually a serious fact. I do need to stop. Alright, there we go. Let's slow down there with the talking. Yeah, let's slow down. Okay. Okay. So, as I just addressed, yeah, you can see it is decorated. Okay, looks like I forgot to update the tables. But, again, not everything needs to be updated. Plus, also, it's already going to take forever to clean this up anyway. Just because I added so much into this event. Like, dear God. Did I really need to go this nuts? No. But was it worth going this nuts? Absolutely yes. So, yeah, underground party room, as you can see, looks pretty fantastic. And looks actually... Some of these colors actually look kind of similar to the Christmas design from last year. Like, I think, like, one of these colors. I think, like, this one, like, right here, is, like, the only color to retain from that Christmas design from 2021. I don't know why I needed to bring that up or where I got that idea to bring that up, but okay. But yeah, here's the other side. It looks pretty cool. Now, of course, obviously, clothes shop and pool are decorated, respectively. And to prove I'm not joking... Oh! Whoa! Okay, this happened. Okay, that's literally my first time seeing that. Wow. Okay, so basically, let me try and piece it together real quick. I know that's gonna burn back up again, but let me piece it together real quick before it burns up again. Because basically, what was meant to be here, let me properly explain this to you. So, I'm rebuilding the room right now. And what was meant to be here is basically what you're seeing now. We only got like one more thing left. Just trying to piece the room back together. There we go. This is what it was actually meant to look like. So, as you can see, the clothes shop does look decorated. Now, yep, what I just rebuilt is exactly what this room was meant to look like for this event. Before, you know, what you just saw now when it get all burned up. Obviously, I'm probably going to come back in like one day and it'll be back to the way it just was. Now, that could be due to the fact that we do have some fire down there from like these special labs. Which again, no need to go to right now. But, yeah, maybe in the future. With that being said, we have DJ Sheep. Honestly, I really should have put him back up in the upstairs of the lab, like where Flower Sheep is. Oh, wow. I really need to do that at some point to him and give him a bit of a break down here. He's been down here for like years now. Alright. So, this is the last room in the underground party room that has to be decorated. And it just looks so dang cool. Of course, we have the underwater as usual, but that's always been there. And actually, this is the only palm tree in this room, with the rest of these just being the banners and lounge chairs respectively. As you can see, this is a pretty thought out well room. Or just a well thought out room that I just put together, and it just looks cool. Comment down below what you guys think. And yeah, with that being said, let's make our way out of the underground party room and officially make our way to Rose Crystal's room, because that is actually the next room we have to go to for this party. Because, actually, you know what? Since we are literally right here, let's do this, actually. So, in here, there are no items. Actually, the next item is actually not for a while. So, actually, we're only meant to have, like, these 2 items until we find the next one. Actually, there is an item in Rose Crystal's room, which we're going to get to, like, right after this. But, yeah. First off, what do you guys think of the TV in-game room? It looks really, really cool. And yeah, not much else needs to really be said. Let's move on to Rose Crystal's room, because that is where our next item is located. Okay, I was just curious if there was anyone down here but these 3. Here is Rose Crystal's room. As you can see, it is decorated with another underwater theme with the tube coral block below it, below the water. Our next item is in this room. Specifically, this. The Summer 2022 banner. See, I told you this was going to be featured here somewhere. And I wasn't wrong. So that is our next item. So yep, that is featured there. Let's go ahead and put a copy of it back in here. We're actually just going to keep 16 of them in there for anyone who wants to get it. So yeah, that'll be loaded until the event's over. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on Rose Crystal's room? As you can see, it looks pretty cool. And yeah, with that being said, it looks so freaking cool. And what are your guys' thoughts on this room? Once again, I obviously did detail by having the sand in the water as well, just for extra detail. Anyway, let's continue, because actually that's it for this room. And fun fact, this room over here has nothing. Oh, wait, hold on, is that lava sheet? Yeah! Wait, who else do we got? Wintergreen, yay! Who else do we got? Blossom, and who else do we got here? Actually, let me pull them out so we can actually, you know, tell who the other one is. Who's the other one in here? Purple Slum Gaming. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, hey, see? I knew there were more of them down here. I didn't actually find out until now. But yeah, back there has literally nothing. And yeah, that probably would have been as expected, though. Although I have been decorating that room a lot lately. Or not. There's also sand below the chest. That's another little detail in this room I forgot to mention. Anyway, let's move on to the library, because that is the next room to be decorated and is where our next item is located. Let's get it out of the way. The next item is located right here, which is the flowering azalea leaves. We can just put that back right there. That is our next item right there in the library, which, as you can see, has the brain coral block as the water. And once again, sand underwater as well. Like I said before, the pipes are flooded. And actually, you're going to want to swim under this block to be able to get down here. But again, no need for the special labs right now. So yeah, with that being said, what are your thoughts on the library? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Also, you may notice Librarian Sheep is nowhere to be found here. Like Flower Sheep, I took her out of her job. You can thank me for that. I haven't done that since Christmas. I'm serious. I have not done that since Christmas where I've taken all the sheeps out of their jobs. So yeah, if you find Librarian Sheep around here, that can explain why. If you see Librarian Sheep walking around here, yeah, that can explain why. Anyway, comment down below what you guys think on this room. It's a nice another little pool area with more lounge chairs. Actually, there are a lot of pools in this event. I mean, it's a summer event after all. Oh yeah, you probably were not expecting this room to be decorated, did you? Honestly, normally this room doesn't get decorated much nowadays. It's probably just, it's normal design. But mainly it's the HQ itself that normally never gets decorated much, unless it's like Halloween or Christmas or something. Or Operation Zola's Lab. But anyway, let's get back to it. As you can see, this room is decorated. Also, for the second time in a row, we have an item. Actually, correction, for the third time in a row, we have an item. Third room in a row, right here, the stripped birch wood, which is right behind this fountain. Or at least in the fountain. That's a better way to put it. But yeah, the third room in a row, there is an item, which is pretty awesome. We actually only have 2 more items. And dang, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not see that there. Looks like this room had an item. Actually, pretty much every room has an item. Okay, I did not see that there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did not see that there. Dang, we really should have gotten that earlier. The problem is, I completely forgot about it. So there we go. That's actually how it should have been. I did not realize I actually put that down there. Took me until now to realize that I actually remember putting it down there. So, my fault. We only need like 1 more item left, which is the Pearl Scent Frog Light, which is in one of these rooms. As you can see, again, this is what the room looks like. So comment down below and tell me what you think of the room. With that being said, we have another flooded pipe in there, but again, no reason to go in there. We have the HQ. Normally this room isn't decorated, but ta-da! It's decorated! And this is where our final item in the event is, the Pearl Scent Frog Light. So there you go. Room is decorated. You probably didn't see that coming, although it already probably would have looking obvious considering the HQ lobby is decorated as well. So you probably would have assumed that this room would have been decorated too. Actually, wait a minute. This isn't actually the last item. The last one is sand. You may notice we don't even have the sand item. So my bad, guys. That actually is not the last item. My bad. I just realized now. I realized that we're missing the sand item, which I do know where that is. So, my bad. Oh, I should have done it to HQ Secretary as well. Take her out of here for the summer. Dang it. Why do I do this? It feels like I never take these guys out of here. It feels like they're always stuck in these rooms. That's actually sad. Point is. So yeah, comment down below what you guys think of this room. It looks pretty cool. Comment down below, tell me what you think, and yeah, that's still in like 2 months. Actually, that's exactly 2 months from now. Holy frick. Yeah, November 17th. It is September 17th. Hey, we're exactly 2 months away. Nice. Nice, I just realized, yeah, we are exactly 2 months away till the future party. That's pretty sweet. And normally, I would have not have been able to say that if I was filming this on the day the event actually released, the 15th. So I would have never been able to say that just now if I was filming it on the day it released. So yeah. Anyway, again, that is it for this room. Let's move on to the next room, which I think is actually, the last room in this entire event. Or at least I think one of the last rooms. Well, besides the cruise ship. But that's been updated the exact same way it has been for like the past 2 months now. With only maybe at least a few minor changes. And this is the real last item. And I'm serious, this is the actual last item. I'm serious. Yep, the sand item is the real last item in this party. So yeah, guys, this is Snowland. Hey, go look for yourselves. We have the volleyball net right here. It looks super, super cool. And yeah. So, what do you guys think of this room? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Because it's a really, really cool room. And I think this is actually, the last, like, mainline room. Because I think all the other ones have been here since, like, July. Like the balcony and cruise ship, for example. With just a few minor differences for this party. Also, this is updated because of in there. For example, I know I already showed you it, but I didn't actually get to show you it properly. You may notice down here has a bit of an update, which can explain the hole in the snowlands having a bit of this. So yeah, if you were curious earlier, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Back to the point, however. So yeah, we have a ton of lounge chairs here to watch the volleyball game here, as if that's actually going to happen here. But you never know. With that being said, this is amazing, and I hope you guys love this room. With that being said, that is the end of basically all of these rooms. Besides, again, the cruise ship and balcony, which again have been here since July, since the fair party. With again, some minor differences. But this is the last of the mainline rooms. With that being said, let's move on to the balcony. And see, there's Aquamarine, and there's Cool Get Pretty Free. I swear, I thought I would see Librarian Shape around here somewhere. Maybe she went away. Who knows? Oh, wait a minute! My house! Okay, I realize we are actually not done. Technically, that is the last mainline lab room decorated. That isn't, this right here, which has been here since July. The only difference is, well, the blue here on the trees. That's the only difference. Everything else is still exactly the same from like 2 months ago. As I also addressed, these are updated as well. You may notice as well. Going into this, you can see that all of these are updated as well, if you take a look properly. So yeah, comment down below if you managed to notice any of this throughout the tour. Going into the cruise ship, the only difference is basically just the trees, which has all the blue on it. This still says summertime. As of recording this video, at least where I am, it is still the summer season for another 5 days. So that's why this party is being held. Besides that, the only, again, difference is the blue here on the trees, and that's literally the only difference. Everything else is still exactly the same from, again, 2 months ago. But now, we actually get to even more major differences. It's not just the blue here on the trees anymore. In reality, it's more. It now says Final Days of Summer Party, because that is exactly what this party is. Besides that, that is the only other difference. Let's move on to the top of the cruise ship. Just the upper deck of the cruise ship. And like earlier, it says Final Days of Summer Party. Because again, that is the event here. With that being said, this is still basically looking exactly the same from the Fair 2022 back in July. Again, the only difference, again, being the blue here on the trees. Again, besides that, everything else is exactly the same, with basically no difference whatsoever. And lastly, the final room in this entire event, after over 20 rooms, if I had to assume correctly, is my house. Because in reality, on the inside, it's a summer room. Yeah, you probably thought it was going to be a camp room. What did I just say earlier about all camp rooms being outside? You also probably were not expecting my house to be decorated, if you were probably expecting that. But nope, it's decorated, and it's the last official area and room in this party. For real this time, and then that's it. Wait, we've only been doing this for 54 minutes? Dang, I thought it was longer than that, dang. I'm surprised we're not even an hour in. Okay, so apparently I couldn't get a door to fit on the leaves. That's because you actually can't place a door on these leaves, so I have to leave it as is. But I hope you guys love the lights. It looks really cool. Comment down below and tell me what you think. But you know what? I should actually change this to have more of a sunset theme. Give me 1 second to properly fix that. Yeah, let me go ahead and actually fix that for a sunset theme. Oh wait, sorry. Gotta do that real quick. Give me the sunset one. Please. Please. Give me the sunset one. Come on. Come on. Give me the sunset one. It looks so good. Thank you. Oh, well. There we go. That looks really weird without having the gigantic screen, which is the skeleton one. But it makes sense for this event because, again, the end of summer. So that looks pretty sweet. Okay, so with that being said, what are your, again, thoughts on this room? It is the last room in this party. And with that being said, let's move on to the upstairs, which doesn't even have that much here at all because I didn't really get a chance to really finish. But you know what? It already looks great downstairs. Why even bother doing anything up here? So mainly, these rooms are not decorated. But it already just makes sense anyway because we already did a fantastic job down here anyway. With that being said, that is it for the final days of Summer Party, and also the end of this entire event. We just showcased 2 events in one. So, man, that was a lot to go through. And that's insane, right? 2 events. Gotcha! There's free events here! Gotcha! That's right. Free! The Fiesta 2022. That Fiesta name in there had to mean something. As soon as I saw that Fiesta name in the name of this event, I just had to do it. That's right. Free! You probably thought it was just those 2. And you probably believed that this entire time. In reality, yeah, there's a 3rd event. Let's get this over with, since this one isn't as big as the one we just showed you. We are also only 57 minutes in. That took over, like, 30 minutes to showcase? Dang. But yeah, Fiesta 2022, September 15th to 22nd, exact same time as the other 2 events. And we can already collect our first item, but before we can do that, we need to put the respective items in my inventory first before we officially jump into that. Now, we have enough room for the last 2 items. No, correction, there are 5 items in this. So, our first one we can already collect right here, the Fiesta 2022 hat. Let's pick it up. And also, this is what we should have been wearing all this time, as this is the main icon for this party. The final days of summer one, to be exact. Which is another reference to the underwater expedition. So, that is really cool. So, as you can see, the Special Labs, and actually the entire Special Labs, is decorated as the Fiesta. Which can explain why we didn't go down there earlier. Because I wanted to save it until now. So that can explain why we don't need to go down there right now. It's because I was secretly hiding it from you. The fact that this room was decorated too. So yeah, I was keeping it a surprise from you the whole time that this was decorated too. So yeah, that was pretty clever. Anyway, let's get to the point. As you can see, you guys can see that the entire Special Labs, or just the main outside area, is decorated. Down there not being decorated. The only room to not be decorated. But it makes sense as it is Evil Sheet Leader's base. The special Evil Sheet Leader's base. But you know what? For the sake of it, let's just go down here seeing as we're mentioning it. And yes, there he is. Pretty nice. Maybe he'll team up with the actual Evil Sheet Leader at one point. That would actually be pretty freaking awesome. Also, that also can explain all the fire in the clothes shop of why that keeps getting burned down. I'll have to find a way to fix that without it having to burn down every time. That would be pretty nice. Anyway, back to the tour. This is the only item to be located here. I mainly hid it behind here because why not? Also, it does have a Fiesta in there, so that would make sense. Anyway, this banner is also an item, which we will get to later in the event. Besides that, this is the first room in the event out of pretty much the entirety of the special labs. So guys, comment down below and tell me what you think of this room. I hope you guys love the room, and, well, let's continue, because we still got a lot of rooms to go through. We have the entirety of the special labs to go through, and then after this, we are done for real this time. And I promise there's no more events after this, for this video. Yeah, this is the real last one. I'm actually serious. So as you can again see, or just see for the first time, this room is decorated as well. Like I said, the entirety of the special labs is decorated. And fun fact, this is the first Fiesta event in ZL2 since the Western Party of 2020 2 years ago, which eventually led into the Halloween party. Or at least ended when that party began. So yeah, basically, I made this because the word Fiesta was in the name of this event. I mean, I just had to do it. I just had to. Anyway, that's it for this room. We're going to waste no more time and officially jump into our next room because I want to get this done. Moving on up here, this entire room is decorated as well. We have the moss carpet right here, which is pretty cool. We have no items up here. Actually, all other items are downstairs from this point forward. So, no more items until we get downstairs. Anyway, with that being said, comment down below and tell me what your thoughts are on this room. I'd love to hear your feedback, and yes, I know we just went over an hour in. Let's continue now, shall we? By jumping downstairs. And yep, the pipes are still flooded. So yeah, now, no item yet. But I think the next room we're about to go into, I think actually, if I remember correctly, does have an item. So as you can see, this room is decorated as well, the lab hallway, which is really, really cool. And I hope you guys love it. It's the normal Fiesta colors that we always have every single year, or at least every time that we do one. Now, surprisingly enough, we haven't found Fiesta sheep yet. And actually, did we even spawn him down here? No. No, we didn't. So let's go find him. Nice. There he is. We now got him in here. Nice. Of course, you cannot have a Fiesta event without the main sheep himself. You just can't. So there we go. Here he is. Let's go. We got him in. Okay, back to the tour, everybody. And there's not even that many rooms left, so we can actually go over these rather quickly. Let's go on to the sheep rooms, the special sheep rooms. And this is where our next item is, and oh, so that's where she's been the entire time. Sparkles Jr. The Fiesta 2022 shirt is right here. Let's put it on. As you can see, that is how it looks. And it looks really, really cool. So I hope you guys love that. It looks so cool. We still got 3 more items to go, however. But first, as you can see, this is mainly how the special sheep rooms looks. You can tell it's all decorated with Fiesta colors, which also looks pretty sweet. With that being said, what are your guys' thoughts on this room? I mainly also put these around just as cool food supplies for this party, for no reason. You may also have noticed that earlier when we were up in the outside area of the special labs, right before we went to the lab office. You may have noticed that. And comment down below if you managed to do that, to notice that, because yeah, it was there. Remember when we were going down the red pipe earlier? Again, I didn't want to go down here fully until, you know, now. Because yeah. Alright, next room is the library. And nice, Fiesta Sheep is just following us in. Nice. Alright guys, our next item is located right here, which is the Fiesta 2022 pants. It's basically right behind the white window. Let's put that on. And that is how it looks. It looks so cool. We are only one piece away from completing the Fiesta armor. And then we have the banner located somewhere in this event as well. And then that is it. So let's finish this up. As you can again see, or for the first time here, the special library is decorated. Again, the entirety of the special labs is decorated. So with that being said, so yeah, you can see why I was trying to avoid going down here earlier. Because I wanted to surprise you guys later with this. So yeah, if you're curious why I didn't go all the way down earlier, yeah, I was trying to avoid that to show you this at the end. As a little surprise. So yeah, that's if you were curious earlier. Anyway, with that being said, what are your thoughts on this room? Comment down below. And with that being said, let's officially make our way out of here and tour the next room, which is, hold on, let's actually get out of here. There we go. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Hold on, I just gotta adjust my mouse. There we go. I just need to move it to a better spot. Because, yeah, I was having it a little tangled there. Anyway, let's move on to Snowland. And, I almost thought there was a shape in here. Oh, yeah, that's where the Fiesta banner is located. But we will receive that after we get all the armor. Actually, a rule, you actually do have to get all the armor before collecting the banner. Similarly to how the Council's Up 2 shulker box thing worked. It works the same way down here, but you have to get the armor first to collect the banner. With that being said, I think that's probably why we should have gone into the HQ first, before doing that. But I love showcasing these in their respective order. Which is basically the first room you see after the previous one that we were in. So again, what do you guys think of this room? It looks so cool. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And again, we will be back with this item later when we collect the final a piece of the armor so that we can come back and then collect that banner. Let's go collect that final item for the armor now, shall we? First off, this is the special HQ lobby, and where we just were was Special Snowland. For the final item in this Fiesta, that is the armor at least, we got a little bit of a challenge. This is the only item in this entire party, at least this Fiesta event, to actually have a bit of a challenge. You have to guess which one of the two is the actual item. Yeah, that's pretty clever. Now, it's actually been a few days since I've actually, put the item in. So now I actually forgot. I'm being serious about that. It's been a good 2 to 3 days since I put the item in, and I actually haven't been down here in a while. I'm serious when I say that. So, which one was the item again? I need to think about this. Because if I get it wrong, then that means the other one will reveal itself. Which one was the item? It could be either one of these two. This is hard. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one. Dang it! Looks like it was this. And I did not do that on purpose. I'm actually serious. I did actually forget where the item was. It's been a good 2 to 3 days since I've been down here. So yeah. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't get it wrong on purpose. I'm serious. If I did, it would have already started looking pretty obvious. But now, we have the Fiesta 2022 shoes and have completed the armor, which means we can go get the banner in Snowland. We can collect it right here, and we can also hold it. We probably should have done that earlier with the Final Days of Summer banner, but I forgot. And if I did, oh well. Now that this room is done, let's go ahead and go to the final room in this entire event and the final room of this entire video, the Special HQ itself. As you can see, this is the final room in this entire party and the entire event overall, combining all 3 of these events. Wow. With that being said, take a look for yourselves. It looks so cool. And I truly think this is probably the greatest way to end off this event for you guys. With that being said, what are your thoughts on this final room in the Fiesta event and just this entire Camp Souls Up to Final Days of Summer Fiesta event? I just said the name wrong, who cares? But the point is, yep, this is the final room in the event overall. And with that being said, now, for real this time, guys, I am proud to announce that for real this time, in actual seriousness, that's it. No more surprises. That was the end. For real this time. And, yeah. There you go. The entire Camp Souls Up 2 Fusion Fiesta event with the Final Days of Summer Party and just the Fiesta overall. See? That word Fiesta meant something. So with that being said, thank you for watching this entire episode of Souls Lab 2. The next episode will be out on Thursday, September 22nd for the Celebration of Fall event. And then exactly a week later for this world's 7th anniversary. See you all in the next episode. And this will probably be the only video you ever see this event. So I hope you enjoyed it, because you got over an hour and 12 minutes of this event. You're welcome. I did not expect it to take this long. See you next time.